Good evening all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I've got a new assistant here now. It's part of getting old, I'm afraid. And thanks to all of those who said that I either look like Eddie Hitler out of Bottom or the guy who gets slapped on the head in the Benny Hill show. That was lovely. Cheers guys, appreciate it a lot. Anyway, what I'm here to talk about tonight is the so-called EU divorce bill. Now, I've all heard a lot about this. The European Union are now saying that Theresa May and the Brexit team have got less than 2 weeks to agree to spending large amounts of our money before they'll even talk about a trade deal, because they want a big lump sum cash, apparently 60 billion euros. Well, I'm going to shock you now. I'm going to absolutely shock you. And I'm going to say, pay it. Yeah, pay it. No, I haven't been smoking the funny stuff. But there's a reason that I say pay it. And there's a condition to it as well. Give them 60 billion euros. And at the same time, in fact, before you hand it to them, just before you hand it to them, give them a bill. And on that bill, we'll say, we'll pay your 60 billion euro bill. Here's ours, by the way, chaps. So, what does ours consist of? Well, firstly, there's £9 billion worth of UK money sat in the European Investment Bank. So obviously, we're not part of the we're not going to be part of the European Union post Brexit. So let's have that £9 billion back. Thank you very much, because I think we've paid enough in terms of investment. And talking of investment, there'll be another bill there as well, because since we joined the EU. Back in 1973, our net contribution, so that's after rebates and everything taken out, is £503 billion. Now that 503 billion, yep, that's just over £500 billion sterling. 10% of that, roughly, has been put into infrastructure projects around the rest of Europe. So effectively, we own 10% of it. Sounds fine. Seems fine, doesn't it? I mean, they call it a divorce bill. You always divvy up the stuff that's on the house. So we're leaving. Let's divvy up the stuff on the house. So you're looking at, well, that 10%. That's just over 50 billion sterling. So 50 billion sterling, about 60 billion euro there. Then we've also got, let's not forget, they're talking about what we owe to the European Union. Well, don't forget what they owe to us. During World War II, to liberate the countries of the European Union, we ran up a national debt of 21 billion. That was on the standards back then. There's been inflation since then. So, you know, guys, we had to pay that off, while your countries are getting rebuilt with American money under the Marshall Plan that you didn't have to pay back. We'd not only blown a load of money there, we also had to pay back the money that we borrowed from the Americans and the Canadians. That debt was only settled in 2006, well into our EU membership. So therefore, you owe us a bit there as well, chaps, which comes to considerably more than the 60 billion euros you're asking from us. So we'll pay the 60 billion euros at the same time as you pay the bill that we're going to give you. And yeah, that's considerably more than what you're asking for. So with that in mind, let's be sensible about this. Hey guys, let's be sensible. Let's just look at it and say, amicable divorce, you owe us more than we owe you, but hey, you know, we're decent people. We want a nice trading agreement, nice friendly agreement with you. So let's just call it quits and get down to the serious business of trade talks, because all this stalling doesn't make you look very good. It just makes you look like flat track bullies effectively. And if Theresa May caves in and pays this so-called Brexit divorce bill, when that money could be spent on the NHS, on our roads, infrastructure, on our schools, then I think it's an absolute disgrace. That's my thoughts on the matter. What are yours? Let me know. Catch you soon.